What about Liverpool then? Obviously, you moved to Liverpool. You had a good few years there. You clearly enjoyed yourself. You're obviously a Liverpool fan now. We see you talking on Instagram and things. What does Liverpool Football Club mean to you, Jose?
Is I believe, like obviously I'm not from there. I'm not a Scouser, and you don't. I didn't born being a Liverpool fan. That's the reality. It became as I played for them. And as well, I don't know. Is you don't choose who you support. No, I play for Newcastle as well. I love Newcastle. It's a club that I really, really respect and love, but I don't have that love that I have for Newcastle for Liverpool. You know what I mean? And that became, I don't know, for so many reasons. I played for 2 years and a half. I really enjoyed, but I really enjoy playing football in Newcastle as well. Obviously, you didn't have the same targets, but yeah, I loved it when we promoted from the championship. It was beautiful. I was player of the season there, so it was beautiful. But then I became a Liverpool player, and obviously my English was much better as well by then. I already was 4 years. This in Liverpool was my fifth season in England, so my first year in Liverpool. So already my English was really good, so I could speak with everyone there. I make so many nice relationships in the club that I still talk to, and they send me messages sometimes. People from the kitchen, the people that works there in the club, in the offices, and we're still in touch. And even in the most important thing in the bad times, even when I got my injury, the club were completely behind me. Obviously, at the end, my contract finished, and they're not gonna give you another year contract or 2 years contract when you cannot play football. Obviously, that's understandable and normal. They do to anyone in any job, really. But during them 2 years and a half, that was injury that I would never come back to be the same player. They were amazing to me. They treat me like a king, really. They treat me amazing. And after it as well, when I had my illness, was the first team to get in touch with me, to get in, like close to me, texting me all the time, how I am, whatever you need, and it's unbelievable. And all of that plus all the fans, every time you play there, every time. I remember we play against Barcelona that game, and Alberto Moreno got me the tickets with the fans in the top of the Camp Nou, with all the Liverpool fans, and how much the love came from there, how much respect as well, because it was after my operation, so people wasn't really going at me in a crazy way, jumping on me or whatever, because they knew I just come back from a very big, like obviously bad thing, and it's just all things that I can tell you for hours and hours and hours that made me became a Liverpool fan right now. To be honest, I don't believe myself that I became a football fan of a club that really I didn't support when I was younger. Really, it became with time, and I enjoy watching the football. The Liverpool now. I enjoy watching them win, and it's like it feels like I still playing sometimes. When they win, it's like I win. And it's very strange feeling. As a footballer, it's very strange feeling because I never felt that way after when I retired. And it's a team that I support and love. And like I say, for so many reasons. There's so many people involved, not just the players, not just the club. Peter Moore texts me so many times, and we speak. It's one of the biggest guys there, probably the biggest guy there. Klopp, when I go there, treat me incredible. My ex-teammates, when I go there, even players that I didn't play with, Robertson came to me, Trent came, Virgin van Dijk didn't. Every time when I went to the hotel there in Barcelona, they came and say, hi, how are you? How is everything? How is your health? So unbelievable. It's so much respect I have for this club and so much love, yeah.
That's amazing, actually. I mean, one of the players that I think he joined a few months before you, Henderson, probably joined just a few months before you, did he? Or was it the same transfer window? It was close.
Was in the same transfer
Was
window,
it?
yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, he joined before me, but he was in the same transfer window, yeah. Yeah,
so
yeah.
I mean, what's it like watching him from afar and seeing what he's achieved? Did you get an inkling that you'd be able to captain Liverpool to a European Cup or not?
Well, at the end, Hendo, the problem he has that is, I believe, is so many players that are underrated and so many players that they are overrated as well. It's football, it's life, it's like what it is. And Hendo's been a very underrated player. I believe as well when he came to Liverpool, they paid 20 million pounds, if I'm not wrong, from Sunderland. It was a big step for him, like it was for me, but I was already 24, 25, already played 4 years in the Premier League, So you already have the experience. He just had 1 year, I believe, if I'm not wrong, 1 year in the Premier League. He did well. He did really well for Sunderland. But obviously you became to another football club. Everyone tried to compare him with Steven Gerrard because playing in the same position. So, and I'm sorry, but no one can compare with Steven Gerrard. Stevie is Stevie and Jordan is Jordan in different ways. And to be honest, I'm gonna be honest with you. When they won the Champions League, I went to the after party there in Madrid with my partner. We went there; it was amazing. And I went to him. I went to Jordan, and I say, "Listen, I'm happy for everyone here. Obviously, myself as well, and all the fans and the club and everything is a magnificent moment. But the most person I'm happy for is for you." He say, "Why, Jose?" He said, "Because you deserve it, mate. You deserve it. He's a top man. He's a top player as well. And he's a top captain for the team. I believe when he's not in the team, you can feel it. And he always had that pressure, I know, because I know him. He always had that pressure as well that he needed to, be the new Stevie. No, he didn't want to be the new Stevie, but he felt like he needed to do something for people to stop criticizing him, and now no one can say anything. He left a Champions League. You know what I mean?
That's all that matters now, isn't it? He'll take that with him.
Like Stevie did, and Stevie was there, and Stevie was so happy for him as well. That can show you how much Stevie as a person is as well. And obviously now probably hopefully in the next few months he leaves the Premier League as well. Stevie wasn't lucky enough to have it as well. So it's a player that it's always been very underrated. It's true that when he arrived, it was difficult for him. Because of that, he has so much pressure, and I believe it wasn't the best situation for him. He was really young, and I as I grow older in football, I believe young players in big teams is difficult, very difficult. They perform straight away. What we're seeing with Trent Arnold is not normal. In 2 years, 2 best right back in the world. That's very unusual, very not normal. What he's doing is unbelievable. What is normal is with 20 years old, like it happens to me when I arrived to Newcastle. I very struggled the first season, second season, more or less you get in there, and then the third season I exploit completely, and then I became the player I supposed to become.
Why is that, Jose? Why does it take so much time to adapt? Is it language? Is it just your new teammates? I mean, look, I'm not a footballer, as you can probably tell. So why is that?
It's just because, in my case, for example, you come to another country, completely you don't speak the language. In Jordan Henderson's case, for example, that we're talking here about Jordan, not myself, he became from Sunderland to Liverpool, massive club. Everyone started to compare him with Stevie G for no reason, really, because Jordan is another completely type of player, top footballer as well, but completely different to Stevie. But obviously, because he played in this position and it's 20 million pounds for him, and he's an English player as well, everyone is like, "Oh, it's the new Stevie." When Stevie goes, Hendo has to step up in his position, and it's not like that. Hendo is Hendo, Stevie is Stevie, and he's done an unbelievable for us, both of them. Stevie in his time, and Hendo is doing for the last few years. For me, it's been incredible. And before that, but you can see from in training what you've seen in games, that passion. It was since the first day I completely remember, that with 20-year-old, he stayed after the trainings, and, unbelievable. That hunger really to become what he is today, one of the best midfielders for me in the world, really. And everyone is, for me, very, very underrated, Jordan. Very, very. For me, it's player of the season. I say a lot of times, you probably heard it. For me, Mane is unbelievable. It's my favorite player for Liverpool, to be honest. But then you have Salah, you have Firmino, Van Dijk. No one is like Virgil van Dijk is the best centre back in the world. Then we have the best left back in the world. The goalkeeper, if he's not the best, is one of the best.
He's the best.
He's good there, but I like Oblak a lot. Not for what he did in Anfield, it's because I really know him for when he played for Atletico Madrid for a lot of years now. And look what Simeone say about him is our Messi, and I follow Oblak for a long time now, and he's top goalkeeper. But Alisson is unbelievable. How much difference he makes to the team is incredible. And as a defender, as I used to be a defender, have a goalkeeper like that behind you, it makes you like, well, obviously you don't want to have a mistake, but if you have one, someone else there is big percentage that is gonna save your mistake. So that's important.